in the northeastern United States, it was still a storm to remember. Some parts of New Brunswick got the worst of it. In the Moncton area, high winds and blowing snow caused whiteout conditions. The winds continued from Saturday night into Sunday. That caused numerous power outages. Strong winds also blew signs over and ripped siding and roofing off homes and buildings. The Princess of Acadia ferry between Digby and St. John was tied up because of rough seas in the Bay of Fundy. They're going to try it again today. Many flights in and out of the region had to be canceled. Northern New Brunswick, hardest hit, with 46 centimeters of snow in Campbellton, 33 for the Newcastle area. Well, considering the force of the storm, mainland Nova Scotia and PEI faced relatively few serious problems. 60 millimeters of rain fell on the Metro Halifax area, resulting in some flooding. Charlottetown was hit with 16 centimeters of snow, pushed by winds up to 75 kilometers an hour. PEI Department of Transportation took its snowplows off the road at the height of the storm. They've been back on the road since. A group of motorists stranded among 2-meter drifts on the way home from a housewarming party in Prince Edward Island are counting their blessings this morning. Lane Mingo of East Oree said the group started to worry as visibility dropped to zero when a group of snowmobilers from a local club came crashing over the snowbank. Mingo says it was just a lucky coincidence that they came by. Snowmobilers spent about an hour returning everyone to their homes nearby. Well, the storm did most of its damage along the eastern seaboard of the U.S. About 112 people are dead and as much as 1.2 meters of snow. Winds and record cold following the storm's wake today. The mercury registered a record minus 16 Celsius in Birmingham, Alabama yesterday. Vermont with a wind chill of minus 40 degrees. The U.S. Weather Service warns that a hard freeze could hit most of the deep south this morning, and that will threaten crops. Air travel around the U.S. remains backed up. Airports in Atlanta, Washington, New York, Boston, and other cities are slowly returning to normal. RCMP are searching for 2 men believed to have been involved in the abduction and sexual assault of a Nova Scotia woman on the weekend. A 22-year-old Antigonish woman was abducted Friday night when she walked behind a restaurant. Police are asking for public assistance in locating 2 white males, one with brown hair, the other blonde. They were seen driving a large, older model brown sedan. ASN News has learned that a complaint of discrimination against the Metropolitan Authority of Halifax Dartmouth will be lodged by the black community in North Preston, Nova Scotia. It will be filed this morning with the Human Rights Commission and is being supported by the Ecology Action Center. The complaint relates to the choice of a site at East Lake, Halifax County for a new landfill. Officials of the black community say the decision reflects a racist attitude. They claim locating the dump anywhere near a black community perpetuates the stereotypical view some people have of black communities. That's a look at news at 6 minutes after 8 o'clock, minus 10 degrees. That's right, our studio. Sure.
Scott Bigcove, our stepbrother this morning. And Scott, you know the gentleman you were speaking to whose sons are here playing with the band? Well, his sons tell me that if you let him, he could talk to you all morning.
Yeah, I got that impression. Now, Jill and Kurt, everywhere I go, I run into a Cape Breton, right?
Yes.
It happened again.
Oh, my goodness.
One of the most illustrious authors in Canada now, winner of the Governor General Command Award, your Order of Canada.
And appointment to Privy Council. And I've received in May in Dalhousie honorary degree of something.
This is Rita Joe, and right now Rita's going to do a reading of a piece of her poetry.
This one is called Damn Alcohol. I held her in my arms, her flood of tears soaked in my shoulder. I listened to her lament of reason, the continuous row of excuses for her drinking. My heart ached for the love I felt for her, trying to solve the problem I considered ours. She was my sister. I loved her very much, but I could not convince her that the many illnesses troubling her were the result of alcohol. No, she would say, I haven't had a drink in a month. I held her close and let her cry, accepting the fact of what would happen and why. I went home to my family and promised myself I would tell them I loved them every day, that they were beautiful, ambitious, intelligent, all the things to lighten the heart, the words of trust, faith, I love you. To her there were none, only the bottle, and finally the end. Today all I have is a memory, a sadness I recall. Someone who was a part of my life is no more because of the twisted alcohol. That's not good.
Voila, Rita. Voila. A beautiful piece of writing from one of Canada's true poets, Rita Joe. We're here at the Bigcove Reservation, and we are celebrating life, right? Yeah. Back to you, Kurt and Jill.
Nice to hear that from you. It's only the weekend.
Sure is. A lot of people there on this weekend.
Lots of people. Well, they just had that whole week-long week of healing.
That's right. That's right. And Scott was telling me all sorts of good things going on there this weekend while he's in there. So they're having some fun and learning a lot as well.
Scott is, anyway.
That's for sure.
Monday morning fashions are on the way. We're going to show you the latest of Alan Killaboy's design. He's the owner of Red Chain Fashion.
That's right. Also, another tune from Eagle Feather coming up this morning. And in a moment, Tracy is here with more Muscle Mania. See, she had a shovel with her?
I did.
Uh-oh.
There she goes with a shovel. Get fit with BT right after this. 55, maybe.
Pump up the jam, pump it up while your feet are stumping. And the jam is pumping. Look ahead, the crowd is jumping. Pump it up a little more, get the party.
Breeze at 49 minutes to 9 on this cold and clear Monday morning. And Tracy's here with some shovel tips. A lot of folks in these parts shoveling out after the weekend. Certainly, Curtis was talking about shoveling rain yesterday. Some of us had water to deal with.
Look, the shovel.
Yes, but
You
that's
go
Tracy.
shovel. Not this one, though. It's a car shovel you tell me?
This is a car shovel.
Well, I hope this wouldn't be a real shovel.
No, I shovel with this.
Wow. Do you?
Okay, what's the latest master class today? Shoveling? Storm. Don't have to join a club.
No, you don't have to pay anything.
Okay, we're just going to talk a little bit about shoveling because one thing that we've noticed is a lot of people complaining about back pain.
Oh.
And it's because of this,
Yes.
right? So one thing you want to keep in mind is when you're shoveling, that this is how not to do it. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
When you're shoveling, that's what you notice. And that's the not way.
Not way. Wrong way.
On the lower back. You're lifting up heavy objects and you're doing a twist with your spine. It's that twist that'll kill you on it. Yeah, yeah. So you want to make sure that you have a shovel that's long enough so that you don't have to do the lean forward, that you can actually push and use your arms. And when you're lifting the snow up, you also want to keep in mind that as you're throwing it, instead of twisting, it should be thrown as you push down. So using more of your arms, using more of the muscles through the shoulders, and doing the flip.
Well, from the small bank in my house, you're a little late. Thank you.
What if you don't want to do the flip? Like I pick it up and move it and dump it over. That's even better. It's just that people like to do it fast. You should also be alternating because I know people are constantly doing this. Yeah. And that's when they get a lot of stress because they're overusing those muscles.
Is that why one side of your back is much more sore than the other?
Yes. And also your lower back because of that forward flexion that you're doing.
So you should switch.
So you switch sides, keep nice and tall, use your legs, it's just like you would pick up an object. Yeah. You tend not to do things properly when we're trying to get out. In a hurry, sure, or with all that snow. Like some parts of the bus look like 40 centimeters of snow, so it's hard to deal with that. And wet. Yeah. Okay. And the wet snow is even heavier.
Oh.
So it's really hard. I know out in our desk here, we can't go shovel because it's just one big iceberg right now. Yeah, it's a little rough.
Yeah, what a shame it's, right?
But the wet snow is a lot heavier. And also something to keep in mind is that if you have time, especially afterwards, if you can do a couple of stretches, like the side one, grabbing onto the legs, pushing the back up. Warm up before you shovel? Yeah. You'll find that people have really a lot of back pain. And it's because it's like any exercise. This is a lot of exercise. When we do weights, we concentrate on warming up, stretching out to the upper back and the chest. And it should be the same thing. This is a lot of weight. And if it's someone that hasn't been exercising on a regular basis, they get out there, and now all of a sudden they're in bed. Well, and for seniors, it can be fairly strenuous, for them if they get out and do too much. And it's strenuous for anybody. This is the wrong shovel because you said it has to be long enough. Shovel. Right? Yeah, definitely. That's too short. So you want one that's fairly high so that you can push the snow without doing that. What about those great big scoop things? Well, the best one is the shovel that goes like this and around, and it's metal. Because it's just, you just dig it in the snow, you don't have to push it all, it's hand the way through, and away you go. Alright. Tracy, some important tips for this time of year. We'll be here soon, right? And then he'll give us tips on how to mow the lawn properly. Thanks for being here, Tracy. You're welcome.
Coming up on 8:15, and you know what time it is. Time for the Breakfast Video Live. We're going to join our friends over at T100 of the Breakfast Club, and we'll be showing you a clip from a film. Now, what you have to do is identify that film clip And you can win some great prizes. And we're going to head on over to C100 this morning. John and Peter with the Breakfast Club this morning. Hi, guys.
How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Nice to see you.
Have a good weekend?
Oh, you know.
Lovely. Yeah, perfect weather, wasn't it? Oh, beautiful.
I've been staying in my basement for a little while.
You can probably swim in it, right?
Did you have a flood, John?
No, actually, no, it wasn't too bad.
Oh, good.
I was surprising. It was surprising. I thought it was going to be a lot worse than it was.
I think a lot of people did, so yeah, we're awfully glad.
Well, we're not in Birmingham, Alabama.
That's
No, that's right.
That's right.
That's right.
What's our phone number?
It is 902-451-1313.
Aha.